Alright, what's going on, FishAholics, and welcome back to another video. We're up in Vermont, and I got invited up for a short weekend from my Montauk buddy Mike, and they're all hitting the mountain today, and I figured, you know, since it's been kind of a crummy December, it's been really warm, rainy, you know, any ice that we had on most of our lakes is gone. I figured probably our best shot this season, if we were going to do any ice fishing at all, would be to come up north here, where right now I'm staring at easily, you know, 1 to 2 feet of snow on the ground up on the mountain here. And I mean, I don't know how much ice is going to be on the lakes up here. I called a couple tackle shops, found out that there is some ice on the lakes and guys are ice fishing. So we're going to go check out one spot, which is like an hour south of where we are now. We're in Killington, and we're going to start there. If the ice isn't safe, then we're just going to keep bouncing around. I'm hoping the ice is safe so that we could fish this pond where we're going, and this spot is going to supposedly have some trout. We were there like 2 years ago, and we caught some rainbow trout. I made a video there. So we're kind of going back to, you know, a good old little honey hole. And we're going to hit the road, and we'll pick things back up once we get to the water, or if something interesting happens. So let's hit it. Alright, we made it to the lake, and she's looking nice. Really beautiful spot. And you know what? It is actually 10:30, 40-ish right now. We got here about 2 hours ago. And when we got here, it was downpouring. It was still raining, because on the ride here it was really coming down. And it just about slowed down. It's still drizzling a little bit, but we're going to, you know, try and get out, because I don't want to waste the whole day sitting in the car trying to stay dry. So at least now we'll just kind of get out, try and brave the elements. The ice seems solid, which is good. You know, there's already some pre-drilled holes and a lot of tracks out on the lake. So, you know, local fishermen have already been out here, probably tested the ice. So we're going to drill a test hole and just see how thick the ice is, because I'm curious. All right, this is unreal. I thought we were gonna have like 4 to 5 inches of ice, but look right here. We've got well over a foot of ice here. I didn't even get to the water yet, so we definitely have safe ice. Let's get our gear. Let's catch some fish. All right, so of course, just when we get out here and drill a bunch of holes, it starts raining again. And we just drilled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 holes kind of along this contour here. And we're gonna go back this way, started our first hole, and then just kind of work down the contour up inside here. So our final hole where we'll drill and start it, kind of the whole process again, is where our auger is. All right, first spot we're in is 20 feet of water. So I'm assuming the rest of our holes are probably gonna actually get a little bit shallower, because this lake is basically like a big bowl. So the further we get that way, this 20-foot contour is probably gonna start turning and turning, and we're kind of gonna go straight. So it's probably gonna go up from like 20 to, I'm guessing, probably like 15, 10, and then probably up even shallower than that. And look, I even brought my grill. I brought, you know, some stuff so we could even, you know, cook a trout if we catch one. But in these conditions, I don't even want to do it. So unless the rain stops, we're not gonna cook up a trout for lunch. Like, I didn't even bring any lunch, except, you know, we got some of these Stacy's jalapeno fire roasted pita chips. the good stuff. We also got some waxies if we get really hungry. But no, these are for the trout. We're gonna probably take one of these waxy grubs, thread it onto this little teardrop jig, and send it on down to the bottom. So I haven't marked anything down there yet, but you know, sometimes with these trout, they kind of just swim in so quick, and that's why it's crucial to have a little spring bobber. Somebody be watching the screen and the spring bobber, because when trout fishing, a fish could just swim in there so quick, grab it, and not even get detected on the sonar. Come on, come on, come on, come on! Real high in the water column. There he is. Fish on. That's a trout. Yes. Wow, look at that one. That is our first little brown trout out of here. Look at that. That is beautiful. It's hard to say if that's a stocky or a wild fish. Look at the colors on that. Beautiful fish. It almost looks like a wild brown. All right, not too bad at all. We were in this hole for about 10 minutes, and you know, I was jigging this little teardrop jig like right along the bottom. We had a few little flickers of marks down there, and then we brought it up from, you know, about 15 to where we were, up to about 10 feet, and that's when we saw, you know, that trout on the screen. That was definitely a beautiful little fish though. Not too bad. Oh, mark on the screen, mid-water column. No freaking way. That's awesome. Just seeing a fish on the screen and then just reeling up to him. Whoa, another brownie. Another brownie. Now I've got a feeling, oh. Yep, I'd like to catch them twice, you know? All right, so another beautiful brown. Now I'm starting to think these guys have been stocked in here, just because, you know, I caught two now, pretty much the same exact size. So there's definitely an aggressive little stocky brown population in here. I hope they threw in some bigger ones. All right, so we're doing pretty good. These waxies on this little teardrop jig are working well. I got these waxies from Dick's. I got two 36 count containers. I think I paid about $7 for two, so that's not bad at all. Another one. That one just came up and crushed it. Oh, different species, that's why. It's perch. This guy was hanging right on the bottom, typically where perch are most likely going to be. Gosh, I already have his fish on the screen. Oh, fish on. What the? That was like instant, and he got off. Dang, man. Still got more fish down there on the screen. We came out a little bit deeper, and as soon as we got in the hole, fish came up looking for our jig. Oh, marking a fish about 10 feet down. There he is. Oh my gosh. Look at the size of this little brown. I can't believe they stocked fish this tiny. Now that it stopped raining, kinda, I would keep a trout if it was at least, you know, 10 inches or so. I haven't had a trout in probably like, easily like 10 years. I haven't eaten a trout. Screen is lighting up down there, right near the bottom, but it's strange. I can't get too many bites down near the bottom. I can get more bites kind of up higher in the water column. Some of those fish down by the bottom could be like small little bluegills, small yellow perch. There's a fish. All right, that's not a perch. That's something decent. Oh gosh. All right, well, nice little largie. Really beautiful colors on him. Even though he's a small little guy, he's like perfect. There he is. That's got to be a trout. Yep. Another little brown. Another one. This ain't a trout. Oh,
Like, it felt light, and then right at the hole it started pulling hard. I mean, if you can see there, we still got a mark down there on the screen. Probably another fish. One of his buddies would drop right down on top of him. What the? Oh, dang. Fish crushed it on the drop, man. Oh my gosh. That's a good one. That's what we wanted. Good fish, good fish. Stay hooked, man. Stay hooked. Yes, that's the brown we're looking for. Heck yeah, man. Whew. Beautiful fish. Look at that one. That is a beautiful brown right there. Whew. Nice 14-inch brown right there. And we're gonna keep this guy for the table, or you know, since we've got the grill right here, we might cook him up out on the ice here. But we got some fish to eat. All right, so I'm super pumped we caught that trout. And you know what? I just emptied the water out of the sled. So I guess like we'll give it like another 30 minutes to an hour jigging. And look at this, we got fish on the screen right here. Lots of fish down there. So we'll see if we can catch a few more real quick, and then we'll cook up that trout. Have ourselves an excellent lunch. That's gonna be really good. Fresh caught trout on the grill. Boom. We got a big mark down by the bottom. Very similar mark that we had when we caught that last 14-incher. So let's drop down on top of them. Oh my gosh, this is ridiculous. That fish just came shooting up 6 feet to come check out this jig. There he is, boom. The visibility must be exceptional. Oh, he came off. Must be exceptional in this lake for a fish to come up that far and see this jig dropping down on top of him. It's awesome. There he is. Another little cookie cutter. It's blowing my mind right now how many of these little trout are down there now. There he is. All right. This is the last one. Let's start cooking. All right, so it's just about 2 o'clock. Here's our beautiful brown. And, you know, we're going to first start off, we're going to clean them, take out all the guts. Oh, no freaking way. Look at this. Freaking Senko in this trout's stomach. Another soft plastic. This fish was probably starving. But at least the meat looks good. This fish has probably been in here for quite some time. It doesn't look like a stocky. See how it has a nice orangish, pinkish meat right there? Usually that's how you can kind of tell if a fish has been in a body of water, you know, longer than a stocky. All right, give the fish a little rinse. I think that's about as clean as we're gonna get the fish. And now we're just gonna wrap it in tin foil, and we're gonna toss it on the grill. All right, let's take a look at this fish here. Oh yeah, that looks good. Looks good. A good test is to just pull the skin back. And if it peels right off, that's a good way to know the fish is cooked and it's done. All right, this is gonna be good. We got our jalapeno pita chips, something hot that'll warm us up a little bit. You know what? We could even put some of this trout on the pita chip, just like that. So good. I mean, right now I'm so hungry because I only had 2 granola bars at around like
6:30 a.m. It's like 2:30 right now, so it's a good amount of time without really eating anything. And we're just gonna dig in, kind of like Bear Grylls, use our fingers, eat every piece of this fish here, even the skin probably. Oh. This is the best way to eat a trout, to eat any fish really, within an hour after you catch it. All right, and there you have it. We picked that trout dry. Probably one of the best trout I've eaten in a while. It was kind of a turn off that that fish had Senkos or soft plastics in its stomach and like nothing else, no actual forage, but you know, it probably wasn't in there for that long. But let's get cleaned up and drop down and maybe drill a few more holes. The hole that we caught this fish out of, it's been dry. Like I had, you know, when we were cooking, I didn't mark a single fish. So maybe we got to move and see if we can find some more. So let's do it. All right, let's give it a shot here. There's a fish. A little bit bigger one. Oh, it's perch. That's why. There's a fish. Good fish, good fish. Oh, stay hooked, stay hooked. Oh yeah, rainbow, 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 yes! Yes, boy, yes! Look at that beautiful, gorgeous rainbow. Whew, that is freaking gorgeous. I'm loving those colors. Came a little bit shallower, up into about 10 feet of water. And that's where we found this girl. All right, guys, well, I think that's a wrap. The GoPro is dead. All my batteries are dead. And it's actually turning out to be a pretty nice evening. It's beautiful out here. Look at that sky. And there's no wind out here. We caught our fish, you know, had a freaking banging lunch. That trout was so good. But I don't know if we're gonna come back here tomorrow. I kind of wanna go for pike tomorrow, so we'll probably stay up north, kind of where we are around the Killington area tomorrow. But maybe if we stick around till Monday and extend the weekend a little bit, maybe on our way south back to Jersey, we'll stop here again. Because, you know, it was solid action. We caught, you know, one decent bow, one decent brown, and I don't know, countless little browns. I don't even know how many I caught, probably like 15 or 20 of those 8-inch, 9-inch browns. And, you know, a couple perch. So great day on the water. Great first ice day on the water. This is, for, you know, my first ice of the season and our first full video of the 2019 season. So heck yeah, we got a lot of firsts done today. And, you know, like always, I hope you guys enjoyed. And never forget, live to fish, fish to live. And I'll see you guys in the next one.